Hey guys, it's your girl Vinny and welcome back to another video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for weekly uploads. I upload every Saturday. I've picked a date. Every Saturday you'll be getting another video, either it be a vlog or a sit down video. But yeah, with that said, let's get into the video. Okay guys, so this is a series that I've been wanting to do on my channel for a while, and I was just like trying to figure out how to do it and stuff like that, but it's here, and this is my 20 something series. In this series I want to talk about our 20s, how our 20s were. I feel like I just dropped into my 20s one day. Like one day I was 18 and then all of a sudden I'm 20 and I have all these responsibilities, you know what I mean? And all these stuff that I have to do. And, not having a channel to talk about it and kind of figure it out along the way and share how I'm figuring it out. So I said, yo, I'm going to do this. This is exactly what I want the channel to be about, or this series to be about. Is just conversation. So anything that I talk about today, either whether it's stroke a card with you or you have something to add on to it, don't be afraid to come down in the comments and share how you're figuring out your 20s in terms of each topic that I do, because we all want to learn. And if you're older than your 20s and you have figured it out, don't be afraid to correct us and teach us how to get through this. So with that said, let's get into the video. So today we're going to talk about something that I struggle with, but is slowly learning to cope with, and it's self-compassion, being kind to myself. In society, we talk so much about being kind to others. Be kind to others, don't be mean. But when have we really heard to be kind to yourself? It's not reinforced enough, and that's something I really wanted to talk about today. But throughout this video, I'm going to talk about different tactics or stuff that I am doing in my life to kind of show myself a little bit more compassion and a little bit more kindness. It should not be self-compassion and self-love should not be confused with self-indulgence. It's totally different. It's different in the way of just giving yourself a little bit more grace to know that life is hard and we're figuring it out. And I thought that was a perfect way to start this series. First way that I show myself or be a little bit more kind to myself or to understand is self-check-ins. Let me break it down for you guys. Have you ever checked in with your friends after not hearing from them for a while, or checked in with your parents to know if they're good? When is the last time you've checked in with yourself? Like seriously, like sit down or in your shower and be like, how are you? How am I? You know what I mean? I do this at the end of my week or the beginning of my week. I do it on a Sunday. And I just pretty much think about my highs, my successes, my lows, my shortcomings, and just all of them in tandem. Just every situation that happened to me over the week, and I pretty much just replay it back in my mind, reflect on them, and pray about them or think about them and process those emotions that I had in that moment and move on. I don't dwell on them. Reflect, but do not dwell. And it's just so good. I think it's one of the most revolutionary things that I have done in my life. I have seen so much good things that came from that. Just when, like, last week, I had a thing at work and I was super nervous, and that nervousness that I had in the beginning of the week really trickled down to the end of my week. So I was super frustrated by the end of my week. I'm very exhausted. And when I did my self-check-in, I realized, it was that nervousness that I had from Monday that trickled down to make my week so terrible. So, and what I think that did to me is just kind of allowed me to realize and know kind of when I get those when I have a thing like that at work again, I can kind of combat it because it has happened to me before and kind of know how to handle the situation. So that's why it's very important to know yourself, Drake. Know yourself to can know the ways to train your mind and how to think about certain things. It's just a mind training and a transformation of your mind. And yeah, sometimes that needs like deep work. Your mind work is important, and you have to prioritize yourself in the process, because a lot of times we prioritize checking in with our friends and stuff like that, but we don't really stop for a minute and say, yo, how am I doing? Am I happy? Am I inspired? Am I sad? Am I nervous? Like, it's very good. Like, guys, I know it sounds like weird, but it's so good. Learn to reflect and have some time of stillness and solitude. Your mind will thank you for it. Number two is like something that people always talk about, but I'm just gonna still throw it in there because it's so good. Small acts of self-care. This can be either doing a face mask, going out, eating a good meal, chilling with friends. It doesn't have to be anything grandiose. It's just your way of showing your body that, yo, I love what you did. I love how you're doing. You're doing good, and I really appreciate it. There are days when you're going to have rough days, and I can testify to that. In the winter time, I am super low energy and I'm not really my biggest chirpy self. So I make conscious decisions of small acts of self-love to myself to show my body that, yo, I know that it's hard for you. I know that you're going through it. But I'm gonna show you that I appreciate what you be doing, body, and stuff like that. And it's just so good. Sometimes when you're having like really, really down days, one of the smallest things that you could do as self-love is to open your windows and let in a little bit sun on your face and let you know that the world is still moving and there's a reason that you're alive. Like, sometimes that is just, like, it doesn't have to be a trip to the Maldives. Like, it just has to be your way of expressing love to yourself, and that's it. That's all that you gotta do. And also there are gradual ways or consistent ways that you can show yourself self-love, whether it be through eating healthy, going to the gym. God knows I hate it, but like those constant things is just showing your body, say, yo, I know that you're functioning and I'm just going to make it a little bit better for you by eating healthy, exercising, and doing stuff like that makes your body thrive and just give you good energy. And the long-term repercussions of that is amazing. Maybe later down I'll do something on eating healthy and all of those stuff, but that is just, if you love your body, you will treat it right and thank it for everything that it's doing for you. And that's the biggest act of self-love. Number three is one of my favorites. Like, all of them are my favorites, whatever. It's positive affirmations. Affirmations is like a mantra, something good words, kind words that you say to yourself to keep you on track and keep you going. Like, guys, my affirmations are very spiritual, and because that's what I build my life on. Words from the Bible. So like, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I am the head and not the tail. All things are working together for my good. And sometimes simple stuff like good things are going to happen to me. Good things are coming my way today. I'm gonna smile more today. Like, those are the positive affirmations. Just something that you speak over your life and can be a beacon in your life that day. Like, I do it daily. I just say, oh, all things are working together for my good. And just kind of like all of these stuff is literally mind training, because your mind is the most powerful thing. Like your mind is the biggest battlefield that you will face, and it's very important that you have that reassurance of what your life is called to be, and who you are called to be in this earth, which is to be good and for good things to be happening to you. Don't start your day with negativity. Just be positive, and just be positive that life will work out for you, and it will. I'm not asking you, I am telling you. Good things are coming your way, and good things are going to happen to you. And with all of these, just to tie it up, the last one and the most important one is to be patient with yourself. Be patient. As a recovering perfectionist, one of the biggest things I have to work through is being patient with myself. Like, my inner critic is one of the worst. Like, it critically tells me everything of how I'm falling short and stuff like that. And it's very important that you realize that you are working through this, and it's going to take time to feel good. It's going to take time to feel like your mind is clear, but it's just very important that you know that it's a process, and it's happening, and it's not just, you're not just living and nothing good is happening. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be patient with yourself. Your life is one of the biggest projects that God is working on for you, your entire life. And for me, I always say, he knows the plans that he has for me, plans to prosper me and plans for a bright future. And like, I have to be patient to remember that. And sometimes through these different acts of self-care and love, and self-care and check-ins and stuff like that, it reminds me that I'm doing all right. Oh, with that said and done, thank you guys for tuning into the video. Let me know stuff that you do to show yourself self-love in the comments. I really want to hear how you guys are doing that. And also, don't forget to show yourself a little self-love today. Bye guys, love you.